Alright, this is a short video just because I've been getting lots of calls, texts, emails about people asking me what's the market gonna do, what do I need to do, what's RCAF doing. My favorite kind of call is the what can I do calls, and then also what's the RCAF doing calls. And I just wanted to say that I think that right now the most important thing you can do is call your congressmen, senators, House of Representatives, send messages to the president, even your local representatives, because right now they're listening, because everything is so upset and out of balance. The second thing you can do is join RCAF, because frankly we need the numbers, we need the memberships, we need to get you signed up for the email bulletins and news releases that we send out, so you know what we're doing. We have text alerts now for things that are very urgent. This video will be outdated tomorrow because everything is moving so fast. The other thing that people ask me is, well, what do I tell these people when I call them? And I guess to me, the most important thing that you can tell them is that COVID-19 may have more clearly exposed the problems that we have in the beef cattle industry, but they're not the cause. It is not the singular cause of everything that we're going through. The Holcomb fire woke a lot of people up to just how broken our markets are. COVID-19 tore the scab off again. The Ethan Lane interview on CNBC, the first question they asked him was something to the effect of, demand is up, box beef prices are up, NCBA, how can you be here asking for a bailout of the cattle industry? And he just kind of sidestepped it and said, well, the money's not really flowing down to the producer like it should. We have some issues, but he never went on to talk about the issues. He never defined any answers. He just kind of went right for the money, the bailout, the new farm program. And I think that RCAF has taken the stance that while everybody's hurting really bad and we could use the money, the most important thing that we can have is some structural reform to the beef cattle industry as we've seen it. These might be out of order, but for me, number one is mandatory country of origin labeling. So as we begin to get back on our feet as a country, you can support your American producer who supports rural America and America as a whole. Number two, there's been a lot of emphasis on DOJ investigations of the value discovery practices of the big meat packers. Less than a quarter of the cattle every day in this country go through a real value discovery method, and the rest of the cattle are traded based on that very shallow number of true negotiated cattle that are sold. And so it's just a vicious circle that goes on every day, not just during COVID-19, not just during the aftermath of the Holcomb fire. That is just where we're at as a country. So we're asking for some DOJ oversight, because a lot of us who are still waiting for USDA to come back with a verdict on the things that went on after the Holcomb fire, we've kind of lost faith in the USDA to conduct a fair, thorough, timely investigation of what's going on. Those are probably the big two right now. We need to get to the bottom of what's going on. That's the way our market's being kicked around. And we need to have some real competition, which is what mandatory country of origin labeling would do. It would ensure the consumers that they're getting real American beef, and it would make the foreign meat compete with us, and that's the closest thing we've got to a silver bullet. The rest of it's just a lot of hard work. But again, I just urge you to become a member of RCAF if you're not happy with the way things are, if you're not happy with the status quo, if NCBA doesn't speak for you, if you think that we need a real market even more than we need a bailout, then come check us out. It's $50 for a year membership. A lot of people think that we're drinking champagne and eating caviar at the convention off your membership. Well, we charge $50 for a first year membership because we want you to come on board with this and look at our point of view. And I think that critical thinkers will see that what we're saying makes a lot more sense. The cause and effect that we lay out makes a lot more sense than what you're seeing from these national organizations and big ag, because at the end of the day, there's enough money. The consumers are paying enough for beef. They shouldn't have to be bailing us out, but we have to create a system, a true capitalist free market system that allocates resources to everybody along the supply chain. So that's what I would like you to call your congressmen and senators and anybody you know and just talk to them about it, because we all work for the consumer and we love what we do. You know, I'm living the American dream other than money here, so that's what we're fighting for. So thank you.